Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to go over our expenses so far with the month of July, and I'm really behind in doing this, but this is the first time I've tried this budgeting system and I will get better. Before I start, happy birthday to my amazing, intelligent, beautiful, kind, loving, wonderful daughter-in-law. Happy birthday, sweetie. I love you. All right, so as you're looking at this expense tracker, you might notice that it looks really different to the one I used last time. And that's because when I was using this, I realized it probably wouldn't work for what we needed. But it was great because it did help me to kind of organize my thoughts and figure out where we were headed. And what I did was I created my own budget sheet, and then I transferred everything from the first paycheck in July to this. And this works better for me. And I also created these expense trackers. We don't stuff everything, but I want to keep up with everything. So things that I don't stuff, for example, are food and gas, and it's because we use our debit card for that. We order things online for food or do curbside pickup, and you can't pay for that with cash. But I still want to keep up with it. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've got our checking account here, and I've got a list of transactions, and I'm going to just figure out where we are. With food, I had budgeted $350, and that included groceries, dining out, pet food, and just everything, drugstore trips. Everything was in the food budget. And I budgeted $350 for our 2-week pay period. And I'm going to write down what is showing up in the checking account. The first one was a grocery for $88.74, dine out $7.80, grocery to $22.01, and I'm just going to list everything out and then figure out how well I did with this first attempt. I have a little helper in the room with me, my little tiny dog. And if you hear some snoring in a few minutes, it's because she has gone to sleep. I can hear her starting up in the background. All right, and then the last one is another dine out. Okay, so clearly I didn't budget enough for this pay period, and in looking at $350 to cover all of those things for 2 weeks, that would be $175 per week. And as I started writing this down, and I got to this place right here, that's where I should have been if I had budgeted correctly. This is where we would be mid-pay period. But as you can see, that's not where we stopped. And so we're here. This right here covers one whole pay period, or excuse me, one whole week of the budget and then some. And that was our big weekly trip. And these other ones were just rushing in to get things, that we were short on or whatever. So clearly I'm going to have to budget, I don't know, probably, because we're not through yet, but probably twice that much for groceries next time. And looking at the dine out, looking at these individually, they don't look like they're too expensive to me. And this one right here, I wouldn't change for the world. This was a special trip. I was able to take one of my grands out for ice cream, and we had a great time. And yes, I said one. I love them both the same. I love them both more every day. But one was available and the other one was not. And so I took one of them out for ice cream. Maybe next time I'll get to take both of them. But overall, this isn't going to work. And again, I'm just starting out with this, and I know there's going to be a lot of trial and error. I'll just have to budget more next time and see if that takes care of it. But there are some things I can do. I just realized this, and I just remembered something. So I did stuff $65 in an envelope for Costco, and we did not go there, and we do use Costco for groceries, and I'm not going there before the next paycheck. So I'm going to add, I'll unstuff that envelope virtually and add that to the over budgeted amount, and that brings us down to negative 27 cents. And there was something else that happened. I had an online account for documents and needed more envelopes, and went out there and purchased some more, but accidentally created a new seat. And this whole thing is going to renew this month. So when I got the notice for it to renew, I emailed them and said, hey, I'm just one person. I only need one of these. I don't need two seats or two accounts. Can you fix this? Can you take it off? And they agreed to wipe out the other account, which was great. And I thought that's all. And I was happy because it prevented me from having to go ahead and pay for two seats. And then about 2 or 3 days ago, I got an email, totally unexpected, but they went ahead and prorated me a refund for the amount of time that I had the account and didn't need it or use it. And that was amazing. And looking at this, I was going to take that amount and do something else with it, but in order to clean up this budget and this over budget amount and still have, funds for the rest of the pay period for groceries, I'm going to use it here. So I will add to this refund that I got, $170.42. Again, it was totally unexpected, but greatly appreciated. And this leaves me with $170.15. So that's good. Now I know that's not going to happen all the time, and that's why I need to do better with budgeting, and I will do better next pay period. Something else I wanted to look at was gas and how much we're spending here. I budgeted $180 for the 2-week pay period, and I'm writing down things that are showing up on the account. And have one more. All right, let's go ahead and subtract that out. Okay, so that's looking better because for 2 weeks, it would be $90 a week for both my husband and myself for gas. And at the 2-week mark, being $9 short in what was budgeted is okay. I think I'm going to leave this at $180 because I think I'm pretty close. And if it's, $9 short again next time, I'll adjust that. But I think for the next budget, I'll leave it as it is. Okay, so that's done. Thank you so much for coming back in. The next budget budget with me will be going up soon, and then another cash stuffing. As always, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I'll see you in the next video.